Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of First Look. Today we're taking a first look at the Sega IR-7000 Communicator. So the story behind this is it's basically just a Sega PDA, or Personal Digital Assistant. I saw this on eBay a while back, well, actually last week sometime, and it was going at auction for extremely cheap. I ended up winning it for about $4.04, and that's shipped. So I couldn't pass it up for that price, mainly just because of the Sega branding. From what I've researched online, I found out that this is most likely not actually manufactured by Sega. Um, from what I can tell, it was manufactured by Casio, and it was just Sega branded. Because at the time when this came out, which was probably around 1994 or 1995, Sega just apparently wanted to get in on the PDA craze at the time, so that's basically what this is. So let's take a look at the outside of the device. So, and on the front there's really nothing much to see here. It has a clamshell design, so there's a cover over all the buttons. On the back, as you can see, it's powered by two AAA batteries. It also has a CR2032 watch battery here to keep all the data, so when you turn off the device you don't lose anything. It also lists a bunch of functions on the back, including Magic Beam, which is the main reason why this is called the Communicator. It allows you to send short-range wireless text messages to other IR-7000 devices. I believe that's via the infrared here. Also, there's a bunch of functions listed here on the side, including calendar, schedule, calculation, which is a calculator, currency converter, and alarm, data memo, which is just a kind of a notepad type application. There's also home, world, and time, or home time and world time. And you also have a telephone directory, which is basically just you can keep all your contacts in here. It has two separate ones. There's business and personal contacts as two separate applications. It also has the ability to set a password, and you also have a little game on here, which you can play against the computer or against other IR-7000s via the wireless, which is called Battle Attack, or just Battle. I really don't know how that works. I tried it briefly, couldn't really figure out what was going on. Seems like just a very simplistic game. But anyway, that's the outside of the device. So let's actually open it up here. I'll show you the buttons. So this opens up like this. The cover will stay like this unless you push it back right here and right here, and it will flip over and go flush with the back. So inside you have a full QWERTY keyboard along with a D-pad over here, including a couple other functions. Is a delete key and insert key. You access those functions by pressing the shift key down at the corner here. You also have the on button right here and the off button over here. You have a few different buttons here. The top one here is the menu. You have battle below that, home time and world time right here, which allows you to set the time of the device and the time zone and date and all that stuff. Also a function key, which allows you to access some alternate options in the different applications that are in here. I'll show you that a bit later. But here's the screen, obviously. There's a few different days at the top here, so I guess that's for the calendar, because it doesn't actually say the day on the calendar. So you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday written across the top here. And you also have this up and down rocker, which allows you to turn the screen contrast up and down. It also says search here. I'm not sure how that works, But yeah, that's that. So next I'll show you a few of the applications on the device. Alright, so now I'll attempt to show you a few of the applications on here. Unfortunately, the screen is not backlit, so it is very hard to record this. So hopefully the quality of the video won't be too bad. Sorry if it is, but let's take a look at the functions here. So I'll go over to the far left corner, top corner here. The first one here is business contacts, and all right next to it is the personal contacts. They're exactly the same, it's just two different categories. So if I go into here, you press the EXE key right here to open an application. So right off the bat, it'll ask you to input a name for a new contact. If you just want to look at your contacts that are already in here, you just press down on the rocker, and as you can see, it's the first contact here, which I put in here. This is Google. No, that is not their actual phone number, but it shows the name of the contact right here. Also right below it shows the phone number and then the address below that. And as you can see here, you can actually set an avatar for each of the contacts, which is kind of cool. You can cycle through them by going down, and you can also go up if you want. So if you press the menu key, you can go back to the main menu, and I'll go over to the personal contacts just to show you how to input a contact. So it'll ask you right away, same as in the business contacts, it'll ask you for a name. So I'll just put in a name here. It's really hard to actually do this with the way I have the camera set here, but I can hardly see. I'll just put in a few letters. Press enter, and then it'll ask you for a phone number. These top keys here also work as number keys when it asks you for a number. So click enter, and then it'll ask you for an address. So it'll ask you now to, if you want to make a portrait, which is the avatar. So I'll click yes. So as you can see here, as you want to use this face, no, I'm going to cycle through them here. Let's see, oh, there we go. Use the D-pad on the right to cycle through the different faces. There are actually quite a few different ones on here. I'll select the guy with the baseball cap. So you can change the different features, different hair types. It's actually really customizable. It's really cool. I'll go with that one. And there we go. So if I cycle down here, there's the contact I just made. So this is the contacts, or the telephone directory. So if I move over here, this is the schedule. So you can type in a name for something and the time it's at, and it'll show it on the calendar, which is the second app, or the next application here. If I click on that, it shows the calendar, and that's what the different days at the top here are for. So if I go over to the 30th, which is tomorrow, click on that, so you can see I have scheduled Sega CD. So that's at 12 o'clock. So if you want to create a new appointment, you can just go back. I believe you can do it in either the appointments application or the calendar application. I'll just go to the calendar. You can just cycle through the different days. Click on one. I can type in a name for an appointment. Just type in anything, Rob, and the time will be 2300 hours. And enter. And there we go. So I've just scheduled an appointment. So if you go over here, this is just a set of password. That's a key there. Down at the bottom left is the calculator. So it's just your basic calculator. I can type in anything, 45 plus. Can't tell if that's plus or multiplication. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, that is times the plus 76. Enter. Okay, apparently that wasn't plus, but whatever. Anyway, that's the calculator. I'm sure that's thrilling to most of you, but let's move on. So here's the currency converter. You can go into the function, which is you can use the function in any of the applications to set different settings. You can set the rate, the currency rate, and a few other things. I'll just go back to the main application, and you can type in, currently it's converting euros to American money. So if I go into, so say type $45, click enter, that is actually that is 45 euros, sorry, and is actually 56.99 in American money. So I imported the correct currency rate earlier, so that should be correct. So next up we have the alarm. You can set an alarm. Click on that. It shows the time zone, and I'm not sure what that is. I guess that's the current set alarm time. And let's see if I click the function key. You can set the alarm time, the alarm zone, and I guess the sound that the alarm makes. I guess that's probably about all I need to show you in there. This is the notepad-like application. You can type in anything you want here as a note, click enter, and actually it has a title for each note, and then you can type in the actual note itself. Click enter, and as you can see here, you can cycle through the different notes. As you can see, I made a note earlier, record YouTube video, which is what I'm doing right now. So if I go back to the menu, we have one last function here, and that is the communicator. So you can type in any message you want here, and it will send it to any of the nearby IR-7000 devices. You type in your message, click enter, and the screen will flash like that. Of course, it's not going to work because there are no other devices in the area. It'll just say communication error. But anyway, guys, that has been a first look at the Sega IR-7000 personal digital assistant. So it's an interesting device. Mainly, the only reason you'd want to buy this now is as a collector's item. If you're a fan of Sega, this is a cool little collectible to pick up. I highly doubt anybody will actually use this for the functions it's meant to be used for, but oh yeah, I actually forgot one thing I forgot to show you here is the battle. Let me do that before I turn off the video here. So let's it gives you a few different options here. Optical War, I believe, is just over wireless. You can play against someone else, and you can click on versus computer. So that's what I'm going to do now. So let's see now. Choose wars. Okay, I see. You can select the person you want to battle against. I'll battle against Google. Alright, so here's the main screen. There really isn't much to this game. You just press enter, and it attacks the other player, and the computer player then goes, or the other player goes and attacks you. So you basically just press enter until one of you is dead. It's an extremely simplistic game, and apparently I won. So you can see that guy waving his arms up and down, saying that I won. Yay! But yeah, that's basically battle. Is, like I said, not a whole lot to it, but interesting little addition to the PDA here. But anyway, guys, this has been the Sega IR-7000 Communicator. If you liked this video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.